Ancient whole grains such as quinoa, millet, farro, amaranth, and teff represent more than just a nod to traditional agriculture. They embody a nutritional philosophy that supports harmony between nourishment and renewal. Unlike modern refined grains, which are stripped of their fiber and nutrients, these ancestral grains arrive intact, with their germ, bran, and endosperm preserved, offering a slow-digesting matrix of complex carbohydrates, plant-based proteins, micronutrients, and phytonutrients. When it comes to the regulation of autophagy, these grains strike a rare balance. They provide steady, usable energy without triggering the hormonal disruptions that often suppress cellular cleanup. In fact, they may gently facilitate the body's innate ability to repair itself, particularly when integrated thoughtfully into a varied diet. The first advantage of ancient grains lies in their fiber content, especially in soluble fiber and resistant starch. These components slow the digestion and absorption of glucose, blunting post-meal blood sugar spikes and minimizing the need for large insulin releases. Since insulin is a key inhibitor of autophagy, signaling the body to focus on growth and storage rather than recycling, keeping it in check is critical. Ancient grains, with their low to moderate glycemic index, naturally support a metabolic environment more permissive to autophagy. By avoiding the sharp hormonal swings caused by refined grains or sugary foods, they help maintain the fasting-mimicking rhythm that allows autophagy to flicker on between meals and during overnight rest. Beyond blood sugar management, ancient grains are rich sources of B vitamins, especially thiamine, B1, niacin, B3, and folate, B9, which are essential for mitochondrial energy metabolism. Mitochondria, the powerhouses of the cell, are both targets and regulators of autophagy. When mitochondria become damaged or inefficient, the process of mitophagy, a subtype of autophagy, selectively removes them to prevent oxidative stress and promote energy efficiency. The B vitamins in ancient grains ensure that mitochondria can function optimally, reducing the burden of dysfunction that would otherwise trigger excessive autophagic activity or chronic inflammation. In this way, these grains act as mitochondrial allies, preventing damage before it begins and supporting the cell's ability to clean up when necessary. Antioxidants present in ancient grains, such as polyphenol, flavonoids, and trace minerals like selenium and manganese, also play a vital role. By neutralizing free radicals, they protect cellular components from oxidative damage that would otherwise overwhelm the autophagic machinery. A cell under oxidative duress must divert resources toward survival, often at the expense of efficient recycling. By mitigating that stress, ancient grains help create a metabolic setting in which autophagy is not only possible but productive. Less emergency triage, more routine maintenance. There is also an important ecological and philosophical parallel between ancient grains and autophagy. Just as autophagy represents the cell's ability to conserve, repurpose, and extend its functional lifespan, ancient grains reflect agricultural traditions that favored biodiversity, sustainability, and nutrient density over sheer yield or shelf life. Their cultivation practices and genetic resilience mirror the very qualities we aim to foster in our bodies through autophagy: efficiency, endurance, and balance. Importantly, ancient grains do not force autophagy through deprivation, they support it through sufficiency. They provide just enough carbohydrate to fuel activity and mental clarity, but not so much as to overwhelm insulin signaling or activate mTOR excessively. When paired with healthy fats, legumes, fermented foods, and periods of fasting or time-restricted eating, ancient grains can serve as foundational staples that sustain long-term metabolic health. They allow the body to cycle naturally between nourishment and renewal, much like nature cycles through abundance and rest. In this way, ancient grains offer a middle path, neither the insulin-spiking crash of ultra-processed carbohydrates nor the rigid deprivation of carbohydrate elimination. They nourish the gut microbiome, stabilize blood sugar, support mitochondria, and provide the cofactors needed for graceful cellular turnover. By aligning with both tradition and modern biology, they remind us that food isn't just fuel, it's a rhythmic signal capable of directing cells when to build, when to pause, and when to clean. And when those signals are clear, autophagy becomes not an isolated phenomenon but a seamless part of everyday health.